Everybody, let's take a look at this clip. Then we're going to have a conversation. It's about Chicago and what's going on. Unbelievable.
Illinois government, listen to me and listen to me clearly. Like, for real, tune the in. Because I'm telling y'all right now, y'all finna start a riot. And I do mean a real riot. Mayor Brandon, you better listen. We are sick of y'all. More preferably, I'm talking about the South Side, okay? Let me tell you something. The South Side is at the very bottom of the barrel when it comes to getting anything that we need from the city or from the government, for the state government. But guess what? They bring their ugly asses down to the South Side and the South suburbs first to get everything that they need to make this stupid ass city and this state run. Explain to me how it is that you close down 5 schools because you say that there's no state or city government funding to keep the schools open for the public, but somehow, some way, y'all got the money to open up 2 of those schools to the Ukrainian refugees and 2 of the other schools to the the Venezuelan refugees. But you can't find the money to fix it for the people who live here. Explain to me how it is that you decide to pay and you done close down all the homeless shelters. Literally, it's only like 5 homeless shelters in Chicago. Matter of fact, that's not even a joke. That's not a lot. It's 5 well-established homeless shelters left in Chicago. But somehow, some way, the homeless shelters that y'all closed down, you're opening for the refugees. You don't give a damn about us, the people who live here, the people who stay here and pay taxes, but you're giving it to the refugees. Now listen, I am not against nobody going nowhere to get away from no dangerous living situation, but the fact that they are here and our government is giving more to them than they will ever give to the people who was born here is really starting to piss us off. Oh, and Mayor Brandon, hi, how are you? We coming for your ass. Oh yeah, we coming for your ass because you lied the hardest. And the crazy part is I kept on telling people not to vote for your ugly, four-eyed ass, and they did because you was going to come up in this bitch like another coon-ass Lori Lightfoot and look at what the happened, you big ass.
Wow. Okay, everybody. We saw that part. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. She's going to speak a little bit more.
I'm mad at myself because I let my phone die last night, which means that it has the power back on and it take a little minute. I usually don't do that, but I would have had the perfect set of proof that this is happening because let me tell y'all something. On my block, down from it and across the street, I can see a building, right? And this building has been sitting there vacant for 2 years. The building has been sitting there vacant for 2 years because the person who owned it, he opened it up to the government for it to be a low-income housing building. But the government wasn't upholding the low-income housing money. Therefore, the person who owned it had to sell it back to the bank. And it's been sitting there for 2 years. Literally 2 years. Now explain to me why the it is that I wake up today and I see a box truck, a literal 12-foot white box truck sitting out in front of the building, and it's Latinos coming out of the truck and going into the building. How is this possible? What? You could not give the funding to the person who previously owned it to keep the building open for low-income housing, for people who are from Chicago who cannot afford it here, because this is not a cheap-ass city, okay? It's expensive as to live here. You could not give the funding to that man to help the Chicagoan people, but somehow, some way, y'all got that $9,000 going to each one of these refugee families, and guess what the fuck happened? They buying up everything. But at the same time, y'all put us through the motherfucking ringer for us to even try to attempt to purchase something in Chicago or Illinois. Y'all have no idea how hard it is to really buy you some shit in Chicago, especially on the south side. But these refugee families getting $9,000 a family could come in and buy up everything. We sick of y'all.
Okay. Well, my darling, I hear you. I feel you. But here's the thing. It's a two-way street. Actions speak louder than words. And you know what? I think they're telling you they're sick of us too, sick of y'all too. Seriously. They're telling you the same thing, sick of y'all too. It's a two-way street. At this point, I'm afraid it looks like we've when you see situations like Chicago, these sanctuary cities, you've lost your usefulness. Why? They've got all the illegal immigrants in here. So yeah, actions speak louder than words. She said, "We sick of y'all." I have a news flash. Boo! They're sick of that community too. That's why they're not investing in that community. And I thought about that when she said about the box truck. So they can't even, you can't even find anybody in the BC to even drive the truck. Latinos. They closed the schools, but they now have money to open up schools for the Ukrainian students. They closed the homeless shelter, but they can shelter the illegal immigrants. Again, she said, "We sick of y'all." It's a two-way street. They're sick of you too. Now, here's what I'm going to say. I said this to a few people, friends of mine. I said, "Listen," I said, and I only talk to some people. They're like, so I understand. I have friends who are like so Democrat and Biden and all of that, and that's their option. Okay. Then I have friends who, a few people that I know that are, Trump. I said it before, say it again. The group is people are going to learn a hard lesson. They're going to learn a hard lesson about being so emotional. El Trumpio said, keep them out. And we said, Now we see why. I already knew, bringing those folk in, a business standpoint, the man already know that's going to cost some darn money. That's going to be some money spent. Tax dollars. Did you think they were going to come here and just sit up here and watch you eat? And don't forget, sanctuary cities. Those sanctuary cities, and I'm not the expert on politics, but this is my understanding. Just let's clarify that. And feel free to share, correction or your political expertise in the comment section. I welcome it. It's about those federal dollars. The mayor, this may shock a lot of people or piss them off. But see, that's when I heard this thing about, we all know they scared of a black planet. Hell, I am too. Because when you have these men, leaders involved, these men, nothing gets done. Nothing. How is it benefiting the people? Because I don't see it. You got these leaders. Now, here's the thing, and I've been saying, they're going to starve you out. Here's what I want to say, and I totally disagree with all these tax dollars being sent. I did a video before about how we have all these young people, they're riding the trains or whatever subway because guess what, they are homeless. What were the black politicians, what was your mayor doing then? Let me guess, nothing. You have to be realistic. Our people don't really care about our people. What are your black politicians doing for you? They won't even address reparations because I already know it's not going to happen. They're not going to push for it. But let's get to this. I've been saying, remember when they had the videos like in Chicago, and this is no way an excuse, but what I want to bring this out is understand how you can contribute to your own demise. And that's just some ignorant nonsense right there. Remember when they were like downtown, the kids were doing a takeover and they were like on top of cars, twerking, and then there's fighting, might be a shooting, just taking over. And then you look up, you have all this crime. You have companies. Because I mentioned, don't forget, sanctuary cities about those federal dollars. You have companies that have left Chicago, leaving downtown, Why? Because of the what? Because of the crime. Whole companies leaving. Business owners killed, unalived, out of business. Here's what the hood doesn't understand. Understand this. Besides federal dollars, they need the tax dollars from those businesses so they can go ahead and survive. So the city can run. They can't run on broke in a prayer. Doesn't work. I'm going to say this, and people may not like it. I understand. All this hood culture, fatherless homes, and having kids out of control, the violence. We live in a capitalist society, and this group is anti-capitalist for their own. No other group that I know kills their own business owners, and then it's okay. Stupid. So if you think that you're going to sit up here and run rapid crime, just take over, can't control your darn kids, they're gonna make a move. What that guy say on Better Call Saul? If you're gonna make a move, you better make it. Well, they're making a move, playing chess with you. See, they're not gonna be like me with my big mouth, and sometimes I get a little excited and may raise my voice, and I'm not so sweet. What the hell? What's happened to you? Not sweet. They're not going to be like me. That's the whole thing a lot of people understand. Oh, I don't like this. You don't have to like it. But when somebody got their dumbass on a damn sidewalk homeless, see if you like that crap. So damn stupid. People, some of our people are so, can't see the handwriting on the wall. So you thought all of that, like I said, and the sad thing is there are decent, hardworking people that are going to be affected by this right here. So again, you think all this damn crime, all this culture of fatherless homes, running the streets down like a bunch of damn male and female violence stealing ass hyenas, you thought that shit was okay. I've been telling you they're going to starve your ass out. And it doesn't sound cute, and I ain't worried about it sounding cute. They're gonna starve you the hell out. Guess what? This is what it looks like. You happy with your dumb ass? For the fools that don't listen. We're gonna see what Buttercup and them gonna do now. This is what the shit looks like. Sorry to tell you. And then you can say, I don't like the approach. Hell, I don't ask you to like it. You're gonna see what's gonna be happening to these damn fools sitting up here. And then the good people gotta suffer with the bad. You really thought they were gonna just be sitting up here in the hood and running wild, burglarizing these businesses, these companies up here leaving? I mean, what you think was gonna happen? That's the whole thing. You don't know how they operate. Again, they're not gonna be like me, up on a video, or they don't come up in your face and say, "Hey, this community is causing a whole lot of problems," because they already know Black folks get really emotional in their feelings. So what they're going to do is, I told you before, they're gonna build around you. That's what's happening. They're going to build around your ass. I said it. They're going to starve you out. Been saying it. This is what it looks like. Again, they're not going to come and talk to you, get the politicians or the churches. Oh, no, because they know the group going to get highly emotional. So like she said, we sick of y'all. I'm sorry to tell you, boo, they sick of y'all too. And I'm speaking collectively. And what she's talking about, the hood rat don't understand until they got to come out that place. I don't see what she getting all upset about. A lot of hood rats don't understand this woman. It's above their pay grade. She said, "We sick of y'all, girl." I'm sorry, not speaking of her, because she gets it. But for the hood, they sick of them too. That's why they're doing this. Closing down the schools, the kids, you can't teach them no way. They start acting up, might get violent, getting beat downs, running off businesses, all the robbing and crime. You think you're gonna sit up here and just destroy the city? You and your youth, the seat of poverty D. Set a curfew. That's a problem. The parents don't want the curfew. A simple thing, going to the movie. Oh, you can't come in here unaccompanied. Look up, the Black man sitting up there on the day of his anniversary goes to work at the movie theater and tell some little ninjas they can't come in unaccompanied. Next thing you know, they start boxing up, beat the man. The man is dead. The world is watching. So again, once they see how she move, you finna learn how they move, and this is your lesson today. Starve you out. I saw a video yesterday. I said, oh my gosh, I watched all these videos. Whew, this is messing up my timeline. Oh, they just putting them out of Section 8. No kidding. Starve you out. They don't want the voucher. Well, listen, they would love for that voucher to go ahead and be unutilized so it can expire. Why? They can go ahead and give it to the immigrants. They already told you when that black man was sitting up there, went to go get housing, and he looked and told it to me, didn't look like no bum. I don't know his life story. He looks like, a decent man. He was out there on the news and he went to go get housing, and they said to him, he can apply. You're going to be waitlisted because guess what? They are prioritizing the illegal immigrants. Starve you out. Get the message? Again, close down the schools. So many behavior problems. Oh, well. And the kids that want to learn don't get a chance. There are some in those neighborhoods that deserve a chance and can't get it. Close a homeless shelter. So closing schools, homeless shelter, but they can go ahead and school the Ukrainians. They're going to get their chance. They're going to see if they want to beat up the teachers. And it could be a few, but it probably won't be as bad as the hood. The homeless shelter, starve you out. And then if you notice what she said about the Latinos, I'm just going to play this part, what she said. Check this out. What did my daddy say? Ooh, and the advice that my father has given me, you can call it whatever you want to, but hell, it's been hella right. He's no longer here, but my father has not been wrong yet. What he say? Black ones always learn too late. You learn, and I'm saying they learn too damn late. What did my father say? Some folk just too dumb to survive, and you're gonna be starved the hell out. The world is watching. Again, they see, wow, when you try to tell them something, they're quick to get emotional. So I'm telling you that's why the politicians and the churches, these leaders are not saying nothing because guess what? They already know you can't talk to this community like that. A difference of opinion, they're going to get mad. So when they realize, okay, it can get kind of unruly. Even on YouTube, you can see how it go. It can get kind of unruly. The TDG, tear down group. So what they decide to do, yeah, they get highly emotional. So you don't want that. So they're gonna build around you. But notice this, what she said.
To the person who previously owned it to keep the building open for low income housing for people who are from Chicago who cannot afford it here because this is not a cheap ass city, okay? It's expensive as to live here. You cannot give the funding to that man to help the Chicagoan people.
No, because there's probably a plan to starve you out. Do you understand? There's probably a plan. The handwriting's on the wall. And it's not going to be a reversal because they get to hollering. It's just not. I'm sorry. I don't see it happening.
People, but somehow, some way, y'all got that $9,000 going to each one of these refugee families, and guess what the fuck happened? They buying up every fucking thing.
Hold on. I'm sorry, ma'am. What did you say just now?
To live here. You cannot give the funding to that man to help the Chicagoan people, but somehow, some way, y'all got that $9,000 going to each one of these refugee families, and guess what the fuck happened? They buying up every fucking thing.
And you know what they're gonna go ahead and do, ma'am? Watch this. What they're going to probably go ahead and do is pull their money together and buy houses and buy buildings and start businesses, pull their resources, support each other. Of course, the Negroes going to come to like they always do. Everybody know all I got to do if just be white or look unlike them. We're going to run like some fools. And hey, what choice do you have? So what they're going to probably do is pull their resources, buy a dilapidated building, housing, and then they're going to go ahead and pull it together. And before you know it, they'll have a business. They'll be thriving, educating their kids. And guess what? The Negroes going to be on the outside looking in. Starve you out. And I bet you what they're not going to do is when they see one of their own start a business, they're not going to go up there and try and kill the business owner or rob it every day. You know what I'm saying? I want an 80% discount. I'm going to go ahead and complain on your internet about this business and give me a discount. That's what they're not going to do. You don't think they have a plan? Who in America don't see how it goes? Go to the impoverished neighborhood, the black neighborhood, start a business and just watch. They're getting ready to show you how it's done. Speak collective. They're going to show you how it's done. They're what? Not with the $9,000 sitting up looking at my new hairstyle, or sitting up here a whole bunch of jewelry and a buckets on my feet, and I got these shoes and all of this right here, and I'm getting ready. No.
Hey, it's expensive as to live here. You cannot give the funding to that man to help the Chicago
He doesn't care,
people,
baby.
but somehow, someway, y'all got that $9,000 going to each one of these refugee families, and guess what the fuck happened? They buying up every fucking thing.
And they're going to show you how it's done, and I'm talking about the community. Put the money together. They can live together. Man, they probably put 2 or 3 in one house alone. Get to working, all those checks coming in. Get a business going. They know how to work together, not this group. So maybe, hey, this is what you get. They say education, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Well, guess what? This is what ignorance look like. And you got your man, the mayor. Oh, no. Did he move this much to help those young black homeless teens? To help young black homeless people, period. Where are the counseling sessions? But see, when a group gets so out of hand, we live in a capitalist society and we tear down our own at the beat of a hat. Guess what? This is what you get. So they're buying up everything. Anybody with some damn sense and resources will, so they can try to build, but we don't do that. We love to try to tear each other down. So guess what? TDG, this is what you get. The whole world is watching. Give it 5 years from now, and I would love to see a story on those illegal immigrants that are here, that are buying up everything, and let's see what they accomplish. And then what they'll do is show the hood. Some folks in these houses right now, it's about to be, and I don't wish this, but it's just reality. It's about to be a switcheroo on you. It is. They're buying up everything. Gee, I wonder why. Not trying to rent everything, they're buying up. They know, get my hands on some kind of land, and they'll work hard and work together, and they won't try to tear each other down. They're going to support each other, and then the black community will support, because they always do. They support anybody that don't look like them. So what do you expect? Don't get mad. Been here all this time. Dr. Cole answered done told you. So guess what? Sit back and enjoy the show. Get you some whatever you'll drink, from water to Hennessy, White to Moscato. Sit back and enjoy the show. It's about to be a hell of a one too, and it's going to be depressing. Again, what the man said, that part was kind of funny to me. If you're gonna make a move, you better make it. They're making a move. That's why they're buying up everything. Watch and see. Buying up everything. I wonder what for, just to look at it. They've got a plan. But hey, BC, keep on hating, keep on playing. Said before, said again. While somebody's sitting up playing, somebody is sitting up planning. I'm afraid what you're looking at it looks like me. It's not something positive to think. I hope I'm wrong. Sad to think, but it looks to me somebody might go extinct. What y'all think? Thanks for watching, and I'm out.